What is up, everybody? My name is Adam. Some of you know me as Head on TMP and a voice for gaming. Hopefully, you're having a fantastic day tonight. Taking at you guys with my showcase of my professional recreation of the Star Trek, the original series / Star Trek, the motion picture Drydock, as seen in that era of Starfleet. Most recognizable from Star Trek the motion picture. This Drydock design is super awesome and super iconic, and even future Starfleet Federation Drydock designs didn't really alter too much until really, some of the Drydocks that were made for the Galaxy class and the Sovereign class. Anyway, point being, this is a super awesome Drydock that has lots of space for you to park your ships, but also to build ships in. It comes in at 171 blocks in length, 71 blocks tall, and 101 blocks wide. Point being, this thing's huge, and even with all the PCU saving mods, it's still going to cost you 50,000 PCU. So about the price of a starship, but you get an incredible workspace and an incredible display piece. And this can be for anything, for any ship, for any project. It doesn't just have to have a Star Trek ship sitting in it, but I mean, it sure does look good. There's my work in progress TOS version 3 definitive medium scale recreation of the original series USS Enterprise, which I'm extremely proud of. I've really mastered my craft in 2022. I'm showcasing just what I'm capable of and how good of a creator I am. But yeah, so right now the Drydock as is, this is how it will spawn in. It is in what I consider display mode, which what that means is it's just all dark. It's just all dark. All of the lighting is turned off aside from the nav lights that are blinking, and using the Glamour Paint DLC, which is what I use for my Bizarre Collector's Deflector Dish, it's a great glow effect, and from day one in Space Engineers I've used that. Because you just paint the blocks and they glow, and it's not like lights where if you go too far away it's going to disappear or not show up. It's always going to show, and it looks incredible, and that's always worked for my representing important aspects of Star Trek designs, so that's something I've always done. But yeah, so to access the actual interior area, I think the wording is asymmetrical, but the sort of command areas here, there's one on this side and there's one on the opposite side. And yeah, so if you land these 4 areas, these are like landing pads, which is perfect for like a shuttlecraft or something, or a little stuff you want to park on top of the Drydock. That's perfectly fine. It's currently set up as a station. It shouldn't ever not be in a station mode. There's no point converting it to a ship because there's no thrusters and no gyroscopes, and by the blueprint being converted to a station, it means that if you bump into it, it's not going to move at all. So if you aren't a great flyer with your ship, pilot I should say, and you keep bumping into it as you try and park your ship, it's not going to affect the Drydock. It physically will not move from its spot, so that's super helpful. But yeah, just press this and this will turn on the interior lighting, and then here is the interior. I wanted the interior to reflect the quality of the recreation, so this is all original design. I definitely think it feels Star Trek. It's just a simple little area where you can go and access the new helm piece and get an awesome view of your ship inside of the Drydock, but also access the commands, the essential commands that make the Drydock what it is. So if you press down the D-pad, you can turn off the nav lights. That's completely optional. Right on the D-pad is your beacon. That's completely optional as well. If you want to create your own beacon, there's a secondary beacon. If you press LB, RB, and select, you can pull up your menu. Everything is turned off of the terminal aside from the actual groups, but there is a secondary beacon, so you can name it anything you want, and that is on the opposite side of the sort of interior area. So the most important thing, though, is if you press up on the D-pad, you get what I call construction lighting. So this is super well lit using SkingNet's mod 1000 times radius mod, which just allows the light to just crank up your interior light radius. That's what it is. But yeah, so to get the best performance aspect of the Drydock and its lighting, use one Drydock at a time with the actual. I mean, don't put anything really super big into a world when you have this Drydock on. If you, as long if you actually want the Drydock lights to not have any issues rendering, the lights rendering. That's what I've been trying to say the whole time. So yeah, honestly, turn off the nav lights when you're in construction mode lighting because you're not going to really notice them anyway. But yeah, and when construction mode lighting is, it will completely light up this interior area even more than it originally was. But once you're kind of done, just exit. Turn off the interior lighting because that's going to help the performance lighting, performance render and whatnot. And yeah, that's it. This is completely accurate recreation of the Star Trek, the original series slash the motion picture Drydock design. Actually, slightly larger than the actual Drydock was in the Star Trek movies and whatnot, and how large it would actually be because I wanted actual breathing room to move around my ship, more room to park it, but also more room to work around it. And this lighting is so powerful that even if I were to put a hole right into the ship, the light just bleeds right through everything. So it's perfect for doing interior work. Like, it doesn't matter whether the sun's shining in one area or it's completely blocked out behind a planet. This Drydock will completely light up space and allow you to see what you're working on. That's the point of this Drydock, but it also makes for a great display, and hopefully you can get some use out of it too. If you like this build, please leave a like. That would be super awesome, because I do work really hard on this stuff, the stuff that I do and build creatively. So yeah, leave a like, leave a comment. But yeah, hopefully you guys will get some use out of it. I'm super excited to get continue working on my TOS version 3. I have so much I'm still doing. I will also be doing Star Trek the Motion Picture Worker Bee, like so some of the smaller little ships that you would see in this Drydock and stuff. So like a Worker Bee and little transport vessels and stuff. And I also will be doing even larger Drydocks than this. I'll be doing a Drydock for the Galaxy class, which Galaxy class is if this was just like 5 more wider, it would be able to perfectly fit the Galaxy class with breathing room. So I will be doing other type of Star Trek Drydock recreations that will be able to fit my Enterprise D and Sovereign classes and other stuff. Romulan to Drydock still in the work. Star Trek the original series, K9 Space Station, work in progress. I've got a lot of projects that I'm just working on. So if you want to see how I build this stuff, you want to follow the journey, think of following me live on Twitch, VoiceOver Gaming, YouTube, VoiceOver Gaming. I will be uploading more songs, covers, voiceovers at some point. I know I'm not always that on it with YouTube, but I will upload new stuff. So if you like that sort of thing, think of following me, supporting me. It would be greatly appreciated. I appreciate all of you. Hopefully you'll enjoy this build. Thanks for taking some time out of your day, and hopefully this kind of helps you understand the build. And yeah, thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next one. Until then, peace.